Perfect Balance Healthcare presents Lick, Stick, and More with your host, Dr. Nandita Koodie. Join me to explore the minds of thought leaders as they share golden nuggets on the impact of faith integration in practice, professional development tips, and innovative solutions to bring you beyond ordinary healthcare. Hey y'all, welcome in for another episode. Thanks for joining me to explore how it is I'm able to navigate the chaos of my life. I have a lot of people ask me, hey, you're a busy pharma mom, you're working as a consultant, you're working in an independent pharmacy, and you're making time for your family on a regular basis. How do you do it? I want to be able to spend time with my family intentionally and not have all these other aspects of my life leak in, and then I'm ending up in a situation where I'm just spending my spare time with my family. How do you get a hold of it all and intentionally schedule your time to where you're giving people in your life the attention they need, whether it be potential clients, coworkers, family members, friends, and you're still having time to spend with yourself growing in other areas such as learning and spiritual health and things like that? Well, this is it. I've really dedicated my time to finding a solution that will allow me to stay organized. I've tried paper systems, I've tried Calendly, but the solution that I found to work best for me was recommended to me by a business coach, and it's called Acuity. And I find it to be a life-changing tool. It is available for app, it can be used on desktop, and it can be integrated with so many things, your calendar systems, your payment systems like PayPal or Stripe. And it really just helps people to get in tune with your life and with you to get in tune with theirs. But it's where it's accommodated for, where they can just choose a time that works for them, that you already are available, and just setting those boundaries for your own life with anything that you do, whether it be watering the plants, going to yoga, exercising regularly, or just making time to cook again, whatever it is that you feel like you need in your life. Acuity is definitely a way to get organized and make sure that you're making time for it. So maybe you're networking and you find someone you're interested in collaborating with. How do you go about arranging that meeting? Do you end up playing ping pong through text message or maybe a messaging system on one of the social media apps until you figure out a time that works? Are you emailing back and forth, trying to figure out a time, and then maybe you forgot that you had an engagement, and then you have to back out on that opportunity and reschedule. And then next thing you know, one or the other of you is like just no longer even interested in meeting. Or maybe you have a potential patient or client that's interested in your services. Are you using the same methods of scheduling that person as you would someone you were collaborating with? Or maybe you just want to meet up with a friend, and have lunch together. How are you arranging that? So this is where I found Acuity to be particularly helpful, is to really help organize, not just, getting everything scheduled, but categorizing the different types of interactions that I have in my life. And not just limiting it to, use in my career space, but also opening it to my personal life, things even as simple as watering my plants or taking time to exercise and be more intentional about how I'm spending my time. Acuity has really helped me to organize that. So if you look at the page for the pricing, there's different options that they have. I've been satisfied with the $15 a month option. I know that they've changed it a lot over the past year as to what they do and don't offer for different tiers. However, I've found this to be enough for me for now. I may need to upgrade in the future, but for now, these features are working well for me. And what I found is that, yes, I can have people sign up to meet with me without me even having to have a conversation with them. Maybe someone came across a podcast episode and they really want to meet me and have a conversation about how I can help them. And they can just pop onto my website and get right to the link there and schedule me without me even having known their name. And I'll be able to tell by the type of appointment that they chose, why they're meeting with me. And what's great is the app does all of the data collection for you. So you already have that person's phone number, you already have that person's email address, and whatever they choose to share with you, for you to be able to connect with them and say, hey, thanks for scheduling. I'm excited to meet with you, and not have to go digging for that information to create an opportunity to meet, but they already do it themselves. So the app is great because it has all of these different integrations. It integrates with your Google Calendar. It integrates with iCloud. It integrates with Outlook, Exchange, Office 365. So it's really great because you don't have to sit there and compare your personal life calendar to your work calendar to be able to come up with times to meet with people. It just does it for you, and it blocks out and can sync what you already have going on your personal calendar to the scheduling system on Acuity. So another thing that I found particularly useful is that you can actually set different availability for different appointment types. So say I wanted to give myself more flexibility for venture capitalists that are interested in exploring a project that I want to get off the ground. Okay, I would give them weekends, whereas maybe with my work clients, I would limit them to weekdays, or the day off that I have. I want to funnel all of my people onto one day to where I'm not meeting with people throughout the whole week. I can just have that type of availability for one day of the week. So that's cool because you can schedule different availability times for different appointment types. What's also cool is it gives you a separate link that you can share out to the different appointment types as well. So if, say, I had a guest that I'm having on the Lick, Stick, and More show, I have a separate appointment type for my guest that has more flexibility in hours, and it allows me to share a link to them that has an intake form that Acuity also has built in to maybe you get their headshot, get their descriptors of what they want included in the show notes, and how to connect with them and how people can connect with them. Maybe they want to give me a good brief introduction as to their background, and some of the hot topics of what they want to discuss on our meeting. So that's really useful because I don't have to sit with them on a meeting before our actual meeting just to collect that data. The intake form does it for me. It goes ahead, it schedules them a Zoom link for our meeting, and it goes ahead and emails them all of the information and emails me all of their information. So it's doing all of this work for you. It's basically a virtual assistant that you're only paying $15 a month for. So that's how I'm doing it. That's the magic in the hat for me. That's the genie in my bottle. And it's really also useful because it has a feedback option that you can link to the emails to where whoever you meet with can actually fill out that form at the end if they want to and give feedback as to how it was working with you. And that's testimonials that you can use on your website or on social media to help encourage others to work with you as well. So another thing I wanted to mention is how I use Acuity. I actually have different appointment types set up. Like one is just for phone call. So you don't have to have Zoom integrated if you don't want to. If I just want to have a phone call with somebody, I can give them a separate link for just the phone call type collaboration. If I want it to be a 30-minute meeting, I can set that time there. If I want it to be an hour-long meeting, I could set that time there. So it's kind of cool because you can choose how much time you also want to spend with whatever engagement you have going on. So what's really cool too is that the app does a good job of auto emailing if you want it to, confirmations of your setup. So if you say you met with someone at church and you want to meet with them to have coffee and discuss something that you thought was intriguing that you learned in that sermon, and you send them a link, and it automatically will send them all of the information for your Zoom conference or for your phone call to their email address. They're just going to click the link, fill in their information, and then they'll get an automatic email for the time that they choose. It's so easy. So yeah, you can use this everywhere. You can leave it on your social descriptions. You could put it on your website, and people can book you without you even having met them before, and have the opportunity to grow your practice and to grow the impact that you have in your community. So I highly recommend this tool. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Perfect Balance Healthcare on YouTube. Comment, share your ideas with me, share your application for this with me and how you think it could be useful in your practice. If you need help setting this up applying it to your practice, customizing it for your needs, I'll be happy to help you. Just shoot me a message or connect with me on my website, www.pbh.life. And so I'm excited to see you all again next time. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for listening to this episode of Lickstick and More. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube and all the social media sites at Perfect Balance Healthcare, or visit us anytime at pbh.life.